Have you ever found yourself saying or doing something in the heat of the moment, only to regret it later? It's a universal experience, reacting impulsively instead of responding thoughtfully. In today's fast-paced world, emotional outbursts and knee-jerk reactions can sabotage relationships, careers, and inner peace. The ancient Stoics, masters of self-discipline and rational thinking, offer a timeless solution. Train your mind to respond, not react. Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca believed that how we react to external events defines our character and shapes our destiny. In this video, we'll explore powerful Stoic strategies to master emotional control and transform your reactive tendencies into calm, thoughtful responses that command respect and create clarity. Life throws challenges our way daily. An impatient driver cuts you off, a coworker criticizes your work, or a friend says something hurtful. These moments ignite emotions, often leading us to react on impulse, fueled by anger, fear, or frustration. But reacting impulsively rarely serves us well. It can escalate conflicts, damage relationships, and erode our inner peace. The Stoics recognized this dilemma over 2,000 years ago. Their teachings center on the principle that while we cannot control external events, we can control our responses. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and philosopher, wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This profound wisdom underscores the essence of emotional mastery, choosing to respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. In this video, we'll uncover how Stoicism teaches us to create a pause between stimulus and response, regain control of our emotions, and navigate life with grace, poise, and purpose. From real-life examples to actionable exercises, we'll delve into the practical application of Stoic philosophy, equipping you with tools to remain unshaken in the face of life's storms. Impulsive reactions are a universal struggle. Whether it's snapping at someone in anger, making a hasty decision driven by fear, or retreating into silence when overwhelmed, these reactions stem from our primal instincts. Our brains are hardwired for survival, which often prioritizes quick reactions over thoughtful responses. But here's the problem. Living reactively keeps us at the mercy of external circumstances. Instead of leading our lives, we become passive participants, constantly reacting to whatever comes our way. This reactivity erodes our ability to think clearly, damages our self-esteem, and leads to unnecessary suffering. The Stoics saw this as a failure to exercise reason, the unique faculty that separates humans from animals. According to Epictetus, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. The challenge, then, is to reclaim our power by training our minds to pause, reflect, and respond with intention. 1. The power of the pausat. The heart of Stoicism is the practice of pausing before responding. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Pausing creates space to assess our perceptions and choose a rational response. Practical application. Count to 10. When you feel a surge of emotion, pause and count to 10. This simple practice interrupts the automatic reaction cycle. Breathing technique. Take 5 deep breaths, focusing on the sensation of air entering and leaving your body. This calms the nervous system and allows clarity to emerge. Example: Imagine being criticized during a team meeting. Instead of reacting defensively, you pause, take a deep breath, and ask, "Can you elaborate on your feedback?" This not only diffuses tension, but also demonstrates maturity and a willingness to learn. 2. Reframe your perception. Epictetus emphasized that events themselves are neutral. It's our interpretation that gives them power. Reframing allows us to see situations in a new light, reducing emotional intensity. Practical application. Question your thoughts. Ask yourself, is this thought true? Is it helpful? Challenge assumptions that fuel negativity. Gratitude practice. Shift your focus to what you can be grateful for in a challenging situation. Example, you miss an important deadline at work. Instead of spiraling into self-criticism, you reframe it as an opportunity to improve your time management skills and rebuild trust with your team. 3. Detach from outcomes. The Stoics taught that while we can control our actions, the outcomes are often beyond our control. Detaching from results helps us focus on effort rather than worrying about what we cannot influence. Practical application. Set process goals. Focus on the steps you can take rather than the end result. For example, aim to prepare thoroughly for a presentation instead of obsessing over how it will be received. Daily reflection. At the end of each day, reflect on your actions and whether they aligned with your values, regardless of the outcome. Example, a musician auditions for a prestigious orchestra but isn't selected. Instead of feeling defeated, they focus on how much they improved during the preparation process and continue honing their craft. Practice negative visualization. Negative visualization, a core Stoic exercise, involves imagining worst-case scenarios to build emotional resilience. Seneca wrote, "He robs present ills of their power who has perceived their coming beforehand." Practical application. Daily visualization. Spend 5 minutes each morning visualizing potential challenges you might face and how you would handle them with composure. Journaling exercise. Write about a feared scenario and list possible solutions, emphasizing your ability to adapt. Example, before a difficult conversation, visualize the other person reacting negatively. Imagine yourself remaining calm, listening actively, and steering the discussion toward a resolution. 5. Master your inner dialogue. The Stoics believe that our inner dialogue shapes our reality. Marcus Aurelius advised, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." By cultivating a positive and rational inner dialogue, we can navigate challenges more effectively. Practical application. Affirmations. Replace self-critical thoughts with affirming statements like, "I am capable of handling this," or "This challenge is an opportunity to grow." Thought journaling. Track your negative thoughts and rewrite them from a Stoic perspective. Example, when feeling overwhelmed by responsibilities, shift your inner dialogue from "I can't handle this" to "I will tackle one task at a time and do my best." 6. Identify and challenge cognitive distortions. Cognitive distortions are irrational thought patterns that skew our perception of reality. Stoicism teaches us to question these distortions and realign our thinking with logic and reason. Practical application. Label the distortion. Recognize patterns like catastrophizing, overgeneralizing, or assuming the worst. For example, thinking, "I'll never succeed" is a distortion. Counter the thought. Replace the distorted thought with a rational alternative, such as "Success requires persistence," and "I am capable of learning from setbacks." Example, you're preparing for a big presentation and catch yourself thinking, "If I mess up, Everyone will think I'm incompetent. Pause and counter this thought by reminding yourself, one presentation does not define my abilities, and I am well prepared. 7. Build emotional awareness. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of understanding and managing emotions. Emotional awareness allows you to identify feelings without being consumed by them. Practical application. Name the emotion when emotions arise. Label them. For example, say to yourself, I am feeling anxious or I'm feeling frustrated. Observe without judgment. View emotions as temporary states rather than fixed realities. Practice mindfulness to stay grounded. Example, during a heated argument, instead of letting anger control you, acknowledge, I feel anger rising, and take a moment to breathe and choose your words carefully. Adopt a long-term perspective. The Stoics believed in focusing on the bigger picture. Short-term discomfort often leads to long-term growth, and keeping this perspective can help you respond more thoughtfully. Practical application. Zoom out. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, will this matter in 5 days, 5 months, or 5 years? Embrace delayed gratification. Remind yourself that enduring temporary discomfort often leads to greater rewards. Example, you're tempted to quit a difficult project. Instead of giving in, you focus on how completing it will advance your skills and career in the long run. 9. Practice compassion and empathy. Stoicism doesn't advocate suppressing emotions entirely, but encourages understanding others' perspectives. Responding with empathy often diffuses tension and fosters connection. Practical application. Assume positive intent when someone acts rudely. Consider that they might be having a bad day rather than targeting you personally. Practice active listening. Focus on truly understanding the other person's point of view before formulating a response. Example, when a colleague snaps at you, instead of retaliating, you calmly ask if everything is okay and offer support if needed. 10. Strengthen your virtues. For the Stoics, virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline form the foundation of a good life. By embodying these virtues, you train yourself to respond in alignment with your highest values. Practical application. Daily virtue check. Reflect on how you demonstrated or failed to demonstrate these virtues each day. Set virtue goals. Choose a virtue to focus on each week and create small actions to embody it. Example, if you're working on self-discipline, commit to a consistent morning routine and follow through even on days when motivation is low. The Stoic approach to emotional mastery is not about eliminating emotions, but learning to navigate them with wisdom and composure. Each of these techniques builds your capacity to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively, ultimately fostering a life of greater peace, resilience, and purpose. The journey from reacting to responding is not about suppressing emotions, but mastering them. Marcus Aurelius's wisdom reminds us that true strength lies in exercising reason and composure. Each time you pause, reframe, detach, or visualize, you take a step closer to embodying the calm, rational mindset of a Stoic. Training your mind to respond rather than react is a lifelong practice, but the rewards are profound. By integrating Stoic principles into your daily life, you can reclaim your power, maintain inner peace, and navigate challenges with confidence. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Take the first step today. Pause before you react. question your perceptions, and choose responses that align with your highest self. Over time, you'll transform not just your reactions, but your entire approach to life. If you found this video helpful, like, share, and subscribe to explore more Stoic insights. Let's continue this journey of growth together.